What are you doing at the moment? My design, when I approach design, it's very spontaneous, and I think over the years I suppose, created a style. I don't know exactly how to define that style, but it's always about paring back, keeping it simple, getting to the point, avoiding frills, bells and whistles, and create some sort of classic sort of statement without being a statement. I avoid looking at what everyone else is doing because I don't want to be encouraged. I mean, it's good to be inspired. I mean, there's some beautiful things around us. You know where I've been travelling, going down for a surf, eating, cooking, being with friends. But when I design, I'm already, even talking to the client, I'm already listening to their brief and I'm already thinking straight away. It's not that I've listened to the brief and then go back and look at some books and some magazines and see what I can patch together and make a project out of it. It's innate, it just happens. And I think sometimes, and that's what I find successful. That's where I succeed. I can come up with an idea, I can have that sketch in front of you in seconds, in minutes, it doesn't take long. And that's where some of my clients get excited, that it's actually already appearing, so rather than going through the paperwork. Yeah, that's. Yeah, heritage is. Yeah, I am Greek. I'm 100% Greek. My father comes from the Peloponnese, and his father was an icon artist. He painted many very successful icon artists in the Peloponnese, and my mother was families from Ithaca in the Ionian Sea. I think just the cultural sort of significance where they both came from sort of steered me in the direction I've taken. I started working on doing graphic design for clients, business cards here, painting commercial TV sets, and with MAP, Raoul and I started MAP. We thought, why don't we design our own things, and we just started designing and manufacturing furniture. We cater for hospitality. We do domestic, residential, retail, designing product. So each day is, for me, it's not just one aspect of design.
We were hoping to mount it there and there.
Hospitality-wise, probably 70, 80, in Australia, and I've done a handful in UK. Cafe Cucina would have to be, that was my first break. I can call it a break, yeah. But for Morris Tazzini, who now later on become quite successful in the restaurant industry, but it was my first project. His passion and my passion to sort of provide something new and different in the cafe world sort of made a good marriage, I think. Look, designing furniture is similar to designing interior or designing a residential project. I'm just starting to draw. I'm just drawing lines. I was just scribbling some ideas down, and without having really some sort of, projected sort of thought of what I'm going to do. It just happens, and I think sometimes being loose in that way, you make mistakes, and in those mistakes you find sort of really good ideas, and from those ideas you make solutions from them. So it's very similar to my interior designing, and I think that both sort of overlap, and I think proportion's really important, and I think understanding the scale and proportion of furniture helps in my designing my interiors, and I think that's a really important sort of factor. Pepe was just one of those scribbles, just a blob on a bit of paper. Rather than say, why don't you design a sort of soft, squishy, animated-looking chair? It just happened, and we went to a manufacturer to see about making it, and they said, no, we can't do it. Who's going to shape it? So I ended up buying a block of foam and shaping the chair myself in the showroom, and then we took it to the next step of getting a pattern and a mould made. We didn't sell squillions of them, but it sort of put map on the map, and it just sort of showed that we can do things. We don't have to be, you can do it on your own. Yes, it's great if someone can help you along the way, but it was just an idea and we just did it.
That was picked up by MoMA?
Yeah, MoMA had an exhibition in a few years ago now, mutant materials in furniture design and product design, and MoMA picked up the chairs, being part of the exhibit, and it's become part of their permanent collection now, which is fantastic. It's weird, I've been very lucky that, budget or no budget, if you sort of get on, you know at the beginning if it's going to be a good project. And I've been fortunate that most of my clients have been receptive to my ideas and understand my passion. I mean, most jobs, there's compromises. It's very difficult to sort of just lay it out there and go, it's my way or the highway. And I don't sort of see myself being like that. Anyway, I'm not some sort of prima-donna rock star designer. I've got to do it this way. I'm walking out the door. I think we're given opportunities as much as they give. We've got a job. We're given opportunities to put forward on the table some new ideas that you haven't or you've been thinking about. Duke's Cafe that I did in the city was just one of those projects that I put my heart and soul in, and we worked hard on it and did minimal sketches, but somehow they came out, they were right. We sort of both knew, the client and I both knew that's the direction we're going. I had a great brief. I had a great client that sort of believed in his idea as much as my ideas, and together we produced a beautiful project. Getting a thank you would be one of the rarest perks. If you could get that, it'd be, it means a lot. I think when someone says thank you after you finish a project, I mean, money aside and all that shit. Doesn't happen very often. And I think that's, where clients don't understand, what we go through. I mean, it's not just 9 to 5. 4 in the morning, I woke up this morning thinking about, should that be that colour, should that detail be that? And it's the after hours that you put in a lot on your projects, because you want it right, not just for them, you want it right for yourself as well, because it reflects you, it reflects your thinking and your ideas of that time, and it's being encapsulated in a 3D space, so you want it to be good. The future, look, I want to continue doing what I love doing, and that's designing. I love travel. I love going away down the coast every weekend, and that's my sort of church, I suppose. I love surfing and I love being away from work, but I love being in work. It's sort of a vicious cycle, I don't know, but it's the way it is. To be here today is a pretty fantastic milestone. To keep doing what I'm doing and still doing it, that to me is the biggest achievement for me.